kids come over again today, I think I'll give them these toys. If the kids come over again today, I think I'll give them these toys. Better to just let the young ones choose their own path.
You won't find anywhere else. Come, try some. Extra! Read all about it!
If the kids come over again today, I think I'll give them these toys.
Rare Northland varieties you won't find anywhere else.
Better to just let the young ones choose their own path.
Good! Numbing. Hello, YouTube. I hope you're all doing well. We're back in Genshin for presumably the last stream of this patch. My priority is finishing off this Archon quest, which I know we've only got, like, we've done the main fights. It's just, like, the epilogue stuff to do. Like, we've got to do the cleanup. We've got to see what Bina's going to do with herself after this, where the gang's going, who's back on Project Sutsa, like, is Arlecchino having to go back up to Snezhnaya? We'll see her again, etc., etc. Because that shouldn't take us too long. And then afterwards, I would like, because I've left it alone for like the past few days, to maybe do this world quest. If I don't get the time to do it today, I will just take the L and just do it in my spare time. But even though I've done a lot of the other stuff, I would like to do at least like this bit of actually like breaking this eye world quest, because that seems interesting. But I digress. Sleepy here has napped enough. Let's get moving. Oh, hang on a minute. I just realized these two are here.
We'll be staying in Notcry for a while longer to wrap some things up for Grandmaster Varka.
Sure, no problem.
Do you miss home?
To be honest, I do. I know the Grand Master's been away from Mondstadt for much longer, but for me, this is the longest I've been away from home in my life.
If there's anything you'd like to say to your friends back home, I'm sure Varka would be happy to write it down in a letter for you.
There's no need. I prefer talking face to face. Seeing their expressions and reactions, it makes me feel at ease.
Yeah, they're absolutely going to have Varka go back home just in time for the Dorman Port thing. Even though apparently Dorman Port's not going to be in the next patch anymore. Like that actual map update. But I think that is the point. Like, they're going to have Varka go back home ready for Dorman Port. Oh shit! I mean, that worked out. Jesus, Fatui gender is a spectrum, huh? Jeez, look at this! Well, look, Fatui gender is a spectrum.
You're here too, Hat Guy. Are you heading back together?
No. I'm bound for Sumeru, and she for Fontaine. We just happened to cross paths at the harbor.
How's your core?
Everything seems fine. Sandrone may have an abominable temper, but she's always been very responsible with important calculations, and things entrusted to her by valued friends.
You always speak as if you know us inside out, Mr. Hat
Fucking
Guy.
Arlecchino, 110% knows something's fucking up, because this is like the second or third time she's brought up that, like, he knows.
Maybe I'm just a good judge of character.
I certainly hope that's all there is to it. Regardless, you have been a significant help in this matter. For that, you have my gratitude.
I didn't do anything special. Sandrone's the one who completed a seemingly impossible formula and turned the tide of the entire battle, even giving her life in the process. She's the one we should be thanking.
Even we were unaware that Sandrone had hidden the real formula inside Polonia's body. She managed to fool Dottore into thinking the formula was running in her system by installing an identical-looking decoy within her.
She probably realized that she didn't have the strength to stop Dottore. But this way, she could at least get him to lower his guard. She always worked like that. Always had a backup plan.
You're giving yourself away, Skara. What will happen to her body?
Well, that's why I'm traveling to Fontaine. She made a request of me long ago, and the time has come to fulfill it. Think of it as her will.
What was the request?
She said that should she ever fail in a mission, she'd like me to deliver her core and Polonia's to the Fontaine Research Institute. She also mentioned that she had made arrangements for people there to set her affairs in order. Some of her personal effects, such as her notes, were left to me. I've decided to take them back to the House of the Hearth. For safekeeping, primarily, but also as mementos, I suppose. However, there is one book among them that I'd like to leave in your care. I'll have someone deliver it to your residence at the flagship at a later date.
Oh, okay, so we need to go to the hotel room in the flagship after this. Does Columbina know about this?
No. I was specifically warned not to tell her.
Oh,
This
of
is her
course she
last
would.
wish, and I will abide by it.
I do, like, I spoke yesterday a bit about, like, how Columbina probably is like, feeling and how it's going at this, but we should also take a step back and acknowledge Arlecchino. Arlecchino is, like, had a real fucking depressing life when you think about it. Everyone she's held close has died. In some form or another. Like, we've learnt a lot over the years that, like, she was pretty close with, Rosaline, or, you know, La Signora. And, of course, she died. We know she was close with all the girls. We know that she was vaguely close with the captain, so they all went to the same tea party. And, obviously, the captain is effectively dead in the eyes of the people around, even though it's kind of a bit more complicated than that. And now Sandrone, and Sandrone's left all this to her, but she's not even allowed to tell the person who's clearly the closest to Sandrone about any of it. Like, that's a lot that Arlecchino's had to kind of, like, process and sit on and have this brave face towards, you know? Like, this poor woman's probably kind of miserable underneath all of this, so she just puts up a brave face and carries on, because she's got the House of the Hearth, she's got, you know, like, her status, like, she has to hold certain, like, positions of authority and certain, like, perspectives on her need to hold. And even, like, before that, when she was young, when she lost, her dearest friend, back when she was still an orphan herself. Like, Arlecchino is followed by Arlecchino's story is followed by just her losing people all the time. Is it also some kind of backup plan?
I can only hope so, but none of us here can know for certain. I bade farewell to Columbina earlier today. As promised, she turned the iridescent moon's marrow over to me. She spent a long time with Sandrone's body.
Oh.
Saying her goodbyes.
I bet she did.
Oh, is she alright?
Sandrone's passing has left a great wound in all of our hearts. It will take time to heal.
I mean, yeah, I know I'm going back to it, but look at Arlecchino's face. You can tell, like, she's, like, broken up about this as well. She's just trying to play it off. Or not trying to play it off, like, trying to show more of a brave face because of her character. Man.
But Columbina surprised me. She offered me some words of comfort before I departed. Despite being grief-stricken herself, she showed an awareness of the feelings of others around her. She never used to act like this. Clearly, she has grown. And I suspect that we have you to thank for much of the change we are seeing in her.
It was a group effort by all of her friends.
Huh. After these recent events, the Tsaritsa has revoked the Pale Star Edict. Snezhnaya now realizes that the arrest warrant for Columbina was just a ploy.
Oh, so they're going to leave Bina alone. Okay.
Coveted her powers. I shall return to Nodcry to see her as soon as I find the time. I hope that from now on, she too will explore
Yeah, no,
more
she's
of the
free, so she's
world.
not. So she has officially like left. So there's another harbinger away. So let's get this. Like, hang on, let's figure this out. So after Pielo, the leader, Capitano's like stuck in his chair fighting the Shade of Death in like the immortality realm. So number one's gone. Dottore we just kind of killed. I know I have my doubts it's the last one we'll see him, but for now he's gone. Bina left because she's number 3. So Alakino, I hope you enjoyed your promotion because you're technically number 1 now because you're the highest ranking remaining harbinger. I want to say, is it Rooster's number 5? The mayor? He's still around, so that's 2 harbingers still accounted for. 6 was Scaramouche. Nope. Oh, who was 7? Which one was Sandrone? 7th or 9th? I want to say Sandrone was 7th. So Sandrone is currently out of it. 8 was La Signora. Oof. 9th is Regreda. We don't know who the 10th is, and 11th is Child. So of the 11 harbingers, there's Arlie. There's Arlie. There's the Rooster. There's Regreda, and there's Child. 11 for 2 harbingers, by the way.
Columbina Hyposelenia's journey is only beginning. My ship is here. Traveler, Paimon, we shall meet again. You too, Hat Guy.
It must be so funny for Aaron in the voice booth to go Hat Guy.
Isn't Columbina waiting for you? I thought today was the day you'd agree with her to go find out the truth about your sibling.
I'm a little nervous.
You're afraid you won't like the truth when you see it. Well, this is new. I was starting to think that nothing could scare you.
Don't say that! Wouldn't you be if you were in this situation?
Fair point. But I'd say I have more experience facing up to unpleasant truths than the Traveler. They say blood's thicker than water. I know how much you need your family back. More than you need any of your friends. And I'm sure that all your real friends understand that too. No matter what the truth turns out to be, they will stick by you and support you, whatever decision you make. Finding the truth is important. But more important still is what you choose to do once you've found it.
Skara.
At least, that's the life lesson I've learned from my experience. Grappling with the truth.
Do you feel better now than you used to?
What? Now that Dottore's dead and gone? A little, I guess. But it hasn't solved everything. Maybe I regret not getting to end his life with my own hands. Or maybe it's something else. But for whatever reason, I still feel like I have a
Oh,
chip
you
on
mean
my
your revenge
shoulder.
didn't actually fix the
Either
internal
way,
problems beyond it?
I'm going
Fuck,
back
where have I
to
heard that
Sonaro.
one before?
Lesser Lord Kusanali is gonna need help dealing with all the chaos Dottore left in his wake. Not just from this incident, but everything he did in the past, too. You should continue with your journey, as you've always done. Who knows? Maybe we'll meet again someplace else.
So, what should we do now? If you want to explore a bit more to steady those nerves, Paimon's game. After all, when Columbina said she knew where your ship was hidden, Paimon promised to give you two some alone time with the truth. It hasn't been all that long since we were last apart, sure, but with Columbina there, Paimon's sure things will be just dandy.
Thanks, Paimon.
Ain't no biggie.
I know it's going to sound kind of backwards to say this, but I have
food,
appreciated
fun,
how much time
knows
they've
how to
kept
do right
Paimon
by people.
away in Nod
Sure,
Cry.
you're
Like, she's
prepared
still
to digest the
around
news by your
predominantly, she still
brother
talks a
in
lot,
peace.
but they've really made a point of kind of letting
no
her
matter
sit
what
on
you
the
see,
side and let Lumine
just
be
know you can
Lumine
share
throughout
with
all of Nod
Paimon.
Cry. It's
Of
genuinely
course,
been really
as long as it's
appreciated.
not super private.
Literally as
If
early as
you sense
6.0
something,
or Luna
let's
1,
give it
there's
some
been
thought
moments where
together.
Paimon's been out of the
And
story and
even
it's
if
just
we
been
both
Lumine.
can't figure it out, Paimon can at least treat you to a nice meal.
Who am I to refuse you, Paimon?
Glad to hear it. Feel better now?
Oh, thanks to you.
Alrighty. Next up, time to meet with Columbina.
Oh, she's here. Okay. Is Bina where I think she's going to be? Oh, no, she isn't. I was expecting to go up here. I wonder if we're going to go back here, because there's still, like, the fucking Selenic Chronicle quest stuff.
Columbina, we're here! Can't quite believe we're meeting out here. We've gotten used to walking over to Silver Moon Hall whenever we go see you. Well, you're still welcome to go there whenever you want to see me. It's just, now that it's all over, I've decided to make some changes. Try and fit in with the Frost Moon Scions, like Lama suggested.
And how's that been going?
The older generation are still timid around me. They don't dare get too close, and they bow their heads when I walk by. But things are much better with the children. I see more curiosity in their eyes. Hopefully, by the time the next Moon Prayer Night comes around, I can enjoy the festival with them as myself, without having to pretend that I'm only dressed up as the Moon Goddess. You'll do fine, Columbina. Paimon's sure they'll realize you're super nice once they get to know you better. You really think so? When we first met, you thought I was a little up in the clouds. We were just starting out then, come on! So Lama told you, huh? I'm only teasing. I know that I have you to thank for pulling me back down to solid ground. It feels good to finally stand firm on the earth where I was born. Oh, that's great!
Oh, you can have this back now.
Thank you. I'll make sure not to lose.
Oh, that's going to be kind of depressing, because Sandrone's in that.
Well then, are you ready?
Ether, what happened to our spaceship back then? Why did you leave? It's time to learn the truth at last. I'm ready as I'll ever be.
Good. Then let me open the way for you. Where does this lead? To our shared destination. Huh? Do you remember me telling you about my missing prologue back when we just met? I said that my story began on the moon.
Wait, are we going on the moon?
While I was inside the moon's reflection,
Or are we going to go back to, like,
realized
a
that
version
my
of that
prologue
moon
was
realm?
really
Oh,
hidden
okay,
in
I'm
the
curious about this.
future. I just had yet to discover it at that point. The story of the time before I was born was in fact the story of my distant future. It's truly fascinating. But when I obtained the Trilunar Authority and returned to our present reality, I sensed something I hadn't expected. Your prologue. So you mean? Yes. Your spaceship. All this time, it has been hidden on the Frost Moon, which lay beyond the sky.
Who could have done
The
this?
great ruler of the firmament.
Fucking
The heavenly
heavenly principles just put our spaceship over there?
Why would they do that? I don't know. Perhaps your ship contains something that is incompatible with Tevat. Or something that cannot be known. Oh, did I pick a bad time to say this? I know it must have been hard to work up the courage to do this. Maybe I should have waited until you were on the moon, with no chance to back out. That would have been kind of mean, you know.
Take me there.
Oh?
Whatever is hiding in that ship, it belongs to me and Ether. Those memories belong to us. No one else has the right to decide whether I should or shouldn't know about it. Not even the heavenly principles.
Very well. Then let's go. You two take care, alright? And don't forget to come back soon! Rest assured, Paimon. We will. Traveler, after you. Thinking about the story that we'll find hidden on the moon?
Yes. And hoping that it has a happy ending.
Stories like that don't exist, you know?
You don't believe in happy endings?
I don't believe in endings.
Where am I?
This is the pathway I built between Tevat and the Frost Moon. The moon is very far away from us, so it could be a long journey.
Oh, cool. 2D section.
After I obtained the Trilunar Authority, I unwittingly saw past events from many of my friends' lives. One was Lauma. She was so young when they chose her to be the Moon Chanter. From then on, the Frost Moon Scions looked to her to bring messages from their goddess.
Yeah, she was like
But
6 or 7
for
years
better or
old when she
worse,
was made it.
I
Hey,
had
one
to
man,
leave
hope you're doing
the
well, dude.
island before she was ever
We're
born.
going to the literal
It was
fucking
not until
moon
much,
to
much
actually
later
get
that she
an
met me.
answer to
I think it's for the best.
where the
Because of the way
spaceship
things
that
turned out,
Lumine and Aether first landed
you
on
had
ended
the
up.
opportunity to
Apparently
become
the
friends.
Heavenly Principles, you know, Celestia,
You're right.
moved it to the
In
Frost
that
Moon
sense,
not too long
I think
after
we
we
were both very lucky.
landed originally. And I missed the touching. Apparently, after Sandrone died, Columbina spent a very long time with her body.
And about that mage, Nicole. I only recently learned that she has lived in Tevat since the time of the Three Moon Sisters.
Oh Jesus! So Nicole's
The
like
Moon
several
Goddess
thousand
has
years old
always
then
had a good
potentially.
relationship with the angels. I suppose our
Oh, this
friendship
visual
continues
presentation.
that
Oh yeah, like
tradition.
of our journey going towards the moon. Who's next? Oh, Sandrone.
And then there's Sandrone. I never knew that much about her, beyond the fact that she was created by someone called the Lord Artificer. She, too, suffered for a long time before joining the Fatui.
Yeah, that's part of the reason why you two had your soul bond, is that both of you had kind of horrendous pasts. Oh no, Bina, don't stop here.
How I wish I could talk to her again.
Oh.
Even if only to hear her say nasty things to me.
Heavy Rogue Warrior, fair enough. Got that 141st platinum? Jesus Christ. It wasn't that long ago you were talking about your 100th. It doesn't feel that long ago anyway. Oh, and a knee!
Also, I saw your siblings' story.
Oh, you saw Aether's story.
I'm afraid I didn't see much. It seems that he rarely came to the surface, where the moonlight shines.
Oh, this is in reference to like literally like chapter 1 in Mondstadt.
I did notice that back when you first set out on your journey, he would often appear nearby.
Yeah, back in Mondstadt, there was a
gazing
couple
at you
little
from
scenes
afar with a
where like
guilty
you
look
like
in
it would
his
show
eyes.
us doing something, and then it would like zoom out, and it would show that we're being watched by our sibling.
Let us
Well, you're not
speak
getting my
no more of the
200th.
past.
Yeah.
I
To be fair,
probably
I crept up in
shouldn't
planets.
reveal
I'm on
so
like
much about my
120 something
friends.
now as well. Like I
It's
didn't even
not my
mean to. It's just
place.
I'm just getting more.
Let the moonlight carry us forth. We are very close now.
It's crazy to me. It's genuinely insane to me that we're going to be like stepping on the moon before like going to Celestia. I had it in my mind that like areas like the Frost Moon, you know, the only moon that we could stand on, would be like turbo endgame. Not
After this,
not now. We're
I'd
about to
like to
fucking
bring
go
some
step on the
tribute to
moon.
as well. If they're willing, of course.
What about your other friends? Will you bring them to visit too?
I'm interested in
Certainly.
Violet. Oh, you the
But
RPG
I
I've been
need to
playing.
tidy the
Violet's.
place up first.
I love the quiz section. It
This home hasn't received any guests in a long, long time.
Violet is like it's a very repetitive game, but I like the
I
characters
remember
of it,
writing
which is why I'm
something
sticking with
similar
it.
you on Moonbriar Night. I believe it was called...
Dodoko's Whirligig.
Yes, that was it.
This is
You
very
asked me if I was
beautiful
afraid to return
scenery,
to
by
the
the way.
moon.
Genshin and its art direction is always so gorgeous
The
when it wants to
idea
be.
that I had gained something precious, only to lose it so quickly. That frightened me. But I'm not afraid anymore. Besides, this time, we're traveling together.
Look at this! Like this artistic depiction of us going to the Frost Moon. And the music as well. Oh my god. We're on the moon! Please let us, like, run around and explore on the moon. Even if it's just, like, a small place. Let us fuck around on the moon. That would be... This is insane.
We're here.
Seeing beautiful art styles. I like a way of walking normally. Like,
Over
no,
there.
moon gravity, Lumine. Oh shit, there is the spaceship. To the moon. Oh my god, we can! What? I mean, you can see the border. It's a small map, but still. Are we still... Because this is the frost moon. Are we still, like, within the realm of the false sky, or are we beyond it? Oh, this isn't even me. Also, I want to... quick swap. Oh, I can't use any of my equipment. Damn, it won't. I was gonna say I want to take a photo, but fuck, never mind. This is genuinely like if you told me that we would walk the surface of the moon before we go to Celestia, I would have called you fucking insane. Great music. One thing I find hilarious that like Columbina's walking like there is moon gravity, and Lumina's walking like she's still got Earth gravity.
It's huge. I suppose that the moon is the only place one could hide it.
Also, yeah, this is literally our spaceship.
It'll be alright.
Huh?
Aww.
The way you feel in this moment. I
Aww.
went through it too.
Yeah, because Bean has grown enough to really empathize other people's
The door
feelings
was
and
right in
emotions.
front
Back
of
in
me,
6.0, she
but
really
I
didn't.
struggled to find the courage to step through. Solitude for me once meant living a life in which even I was absent. Before I met you, that was the only life I knew. But that night,
IMV, but
solitude meant throwing away the
music
life I
AI.
had gained after meeting all of you.
Yeah, no, if it's using like any generative AI, I'm not really interested.
Retrieve the part of your life that was once lost. Trust me, you will lose nothing by doing so. Look, Tavad is right there. All of our friends are down there.
So, you know, Tavad is not that big on the, like the region we've
right.
explored is not
Thanks,
that big on the
Columbina.
globe when you look at it. For transparency, I appreciate it. This is background worthy. Oh, she took her veil off, so we can see her beautiful moon eyes.
Finished?
Yeah. Why did you take your eye mask off?
Well, since
Why
my
did you
return,
say that like that?
I've
Eye
decided to
mask.
take more
Everyone in the game
opportunities to
calls
see
it
the
her
world
veil.
with my own eyes.
Lumine, why do you have to be like awkward?
Besides, I've always wondered how Tevat looks from the moon.
Yeah, she's not only
And
singing the
what do
menu
you think?
theme, she's singing... Oh, this is a beautiful shot as well. She's singing Nod Cry's leitmotif. Nod Cry's leitmotif is a part of the main menu theme. They're standing like this deliberately. They know people are going to be taking screenshots. Look at this.
It's beautiful. I could spend a whole day here just gazing at it. What about you? What do you think of the truth you found? I haven't looked at another person's expression in a long time, but I think yours is saying...
It is kind of weird seeing like
neither
Bina
good
with her
nor
eyes
bad.
open, but I'll get used to it.
Keep this up, and it won't be long before you give Nefer a run for her money.
Oh, I don't think that's going to happen. I'm much more used to sensing what's going on around me with Kuvaki. I think I'll save my eyes for seeing special moments I really want to remember.
I read the spaceship's flight logs. I always assumed that this was my first time in Tevat. I thought that Ether and I must have been hibernating in space for centuries on end, but the logs show that our spaceship flew over the skies of Tevat once before. A long time ago.
Flew over? So you didn't land?
No. The ship barely came to a stop before flying on again.
Huh.
After that, it continued traveling through space for a long time. Some of the data is corrupted, but I suspect that it kept flying for thousands of years. It was only after that that the ship made a forced landing in Nodcry. When Ether found me, he came from outside the ship.
So did we
Could
drop
this
Aether
mean
off
He left the ship long before I did.
during that first pass? So was Lumine on her own for like potentially thousands of
During our
years.
first pass over Tevat.
Are you alright?
Yes. I can feel that the truth is coming together, one small piece at a time. I remember Ether telling me that when he first arrived in Conria, he could not recall the past. So this might be something that even he doesn't know.
Here, I made some space for you. Your mind must be racing.
Yeah, come sit.
And
Go
that
sit
seems
with
like the
Bina.
perfect place
Clear your
to
head.
Relax and clear your head.
Oh, wait, there's one more thing.
What is it?
Wait here a moment. Hey, Columbina.
Oh, so she got the new costume from the fucking spaceship. And she did up her hair again. God, she looks so different with the new hair textures.
Is that a new outfit?
But the new, like she's gone from 1.0 character design to, you know, now character design. Like her hair, her hair's got the biggest fucking glow up. It doesn't look plastic anymore.
An old one, technically. It's been in a cabinet inside the ship this whole time.
Yeah, it reminds me of a Goliath.
It's a matching pair with Ether's. He's always liked this set more.
Aww. Oh, I like that little detail of like how Bina is like, you know, learning her empathy and whatnot. That her face lowered slightly when Emmy brought up Aether again, because she knows he's like she knows that Lumine's hurting.
Huh. I don't think there's a huge difference.
Really?
XP of a Goliath? No, no.
Yes, it's still the same you. You're the same person, no matter what clothes you wear.
Only Columbina would make an observation like that.
Traveler, do you consider Tevat your home?
Ooh. That's actually a good question, considering, you know, Aether and Lumine are technically aliens to Tevat.
Home is wherever Ether is. But then, after all the time I've spent here and everything I've been through... Yes, I'd say it's my home.
Aww. That's character growth. Yeah, because she used to only care about trying to get to Aether, but she's learned to appreciate and love Tevat. Which, you know what that means? The next story arc is going to, like, destroy her. the SNES 9 story arc is going to be, like, brutal. Now that she's, like, now she loves Tevat, she's going to be more prepared to do everything she can to protect Tevat. So that you know that's going to get tested.
Would you change your answer if Tevat changed appearance? I mean, if the truth about Tevat turned out to be different than what you thought.
I don't know. But I don't think so. The truth is not what matters most to me about Tevat.
When I was first born, I longed for a home. And when you get something before you're mature enough to understand the world, you just take it at face value. I thought that a home was a transaction. You give me what I want, and I'll do the same for you. But you and your friends taught me what a true home should look like. You never asked for anything, yet you gave so generously to me.
Genshin's doing that Genshin thing where it spells out to you exactly the journey she's gone on, just in case you somehow didn't pick up on it in the whole story.
That's because your friendship matters to us. It was worth it.
In the past, I thought that my birth in Nodcry must have been a mistake. But after journeying to the distant past where the story began, I realized that it was I who chose Nodcry to be my future home.
Sorry, I'm going to take a lot of screenshots because I don't know how long we're going to spend on the moon, and I also don't know if it's going to be even remotely possible to come back here after the story stuff's done.
Now, I am glad that I made that choice.
I'm sure your friends are just as glad.
In fact, I intend to make the same choice today as I did back then.
What do you mean?
Looming Bina is kind of P. Well, to be honest, like, that the quote-unquote ship of Bina and the Traveler is the one that's, like, for a while, I don't know if it still is, but spiked up a little bit of controversy. Not because of, like, bad or anything like that directly, other than, you know, incels being incels. But because people kind of like the almost, like, sibling support vibe that the Traveler has with Bina, regardless of which one you choose. And so people seeing, like, taking it as romantic instead were either acting as Bina was getting reduced to waifu bait, or were taking it as Lumine or Aether, like, not treating, like, Cullen Bina properly. Like, it was just kind of a whole bunch of bullshit. But it was kind of like a mixed bag of how people felt about it, and I don't agree at all. Like, if ship who you want to ship with, for all I fucking care. I have my preferences, sure. Like, my ship, and I say that, but it's the one that they push the most the whole time during this story, but it's Bina and Sandrone. Or Sanbina. Or Dead Dolls, as one person fucking called it. He went, oh, that's what we should call the ship, Dead Dolls, because they're both technical dolls of, like, their old existence that have escaped it. And I was just like, can we not call it Dead Dolls, considering one of them is literally dead? Please?
Well, I've given the Eternal Moon's Marrow to Lauma, and the Iridescent Moon's Marrow to Arlecchino.
Yeah, both of which you said you would do.
And now, I shall return my Kuvagi to Nodcry again, that it may continue to protect my chosen home.
Even the weirdest foreshadowings here.
Wait, but what about your body?
Oh, are you worried that I'll disappear again? I won't. Not this time. The Frost Moon has now entered the false sky, and I am the Trilune Goddess.
Oh! Okay. Okay. So that moon we pulled, the moon that we literally yanked out of space to like slam into Dottore was the frost moon. I thought, to be honest, I thought it was his false moon we were crashing into him. But no, we yanked the frost moon from beyond the false sky into Teyvat. We're just gonna... You know, Fontaine's already dealt with one flood in its lifetime. You're gonna cause another flood, dragging a moon so close to fucking Teyvat like that. But that's interesting. But yeah, for those who missed it, we defeated Dottore by Sandrone setting up a program, using a proxy to make it look like the program was directly attached to her body when it wasn't. It was actually attached to her mech. Baited Dottore into attacking her. I mean, it escalated that she got killed, but I think she was more than prepared for that consequence to potentially happen. So Dottore would let his guard down, thinking that, you know, our ultimate plan had been foiled. The plan then went off, which forced the boundaries between the false sky and the moon to be lifted, because Sandrone's that fucking smart that she figured out how to do that. And then Arlecchino used her power of the iridescent moon, or, you know, the crimson moon, and Varka leaned on the power of the angels to literally physically grab the moon, so now we know the frost moon, and yank it through the fucking false sky to slam into Dottore. We literally crashed a fucking moon into him to kill him. Like, we literally Majora's masked his ass. And like a true villain, instead of having any kind of, like, apology speech as he was dying, he died still cursing our existence and refusing to understand why we would try to defend this planet. At no point did Dottore ever care to understand why on Earth we would choose to try and defend the planet and try and protect Teyvat. Even like as he died, calling it a loathsome planet. And it's like, okay, Dottore. We Sephiroth to Dottore? Kinda.
I am only returning to not cry the part of me that it needs. I am giving what I can, because my home is worth it. And
also this explanation here of being a scene that, you know, she gave the iridescent moon marrow back to Ali, she gave the eternal moon marrow back to Lauma, etc., etc. I can guarantee you this isn't just a case of, like, you know, Columbina giving back what she's, like, what she borrowed. It's almost absolutely so that she's not literally invincible, because they need to explain how she would work as a playable character. It's like, well, hang on a minute. If she's literally got the Tri-Moon Authority, she's immortal and can shift the focus of time and space at her fingertips. No. How the fuck are you going to make that vaguely balanced in gameplay? You don't. So they're just going to say, no, we'll take her power away.
For me?
Yes. Come closer.
Yep. This is the main new buff for the Trailblazer. For every region you have resonated with, so for me, I've resonated with all of them so far because Snezhnaya is not out yet, you get a unique buff added on top of Lumine's kit. So if I go through them all, if Animo, the crit rate full stop has been increased by 10%. Additionally, when attacks from nearby party members whose elemental types are, you know, Pyro, Hydro, Cryo, and Electro, Traveler will receive one stack of Blade of the Dawn Breeze. After obtaining at least 2 blades, perform a charge attack to consume all blades and transform into a special Wild Wind attack, which increases damage. For Geo, a general base defense increase of 20%. This is a huge fucking buff. They're making Traveler usable again, basically. When party members become protected by a shield, when the shield is replaced by any other reason, or when Geo constructs are created, the Traveler will receive 1 blade of Archaeopetra stack. After you get 3 of them, performing a charge attack will consume all of them and transform it into a special Rockfall attack. You might be noticing a pattern here. With Electro, energy recharge is increased by 20%. when party members unleash their bursts, used by me. When Traveler unleashes their burst, the Traveler will receive a resounding thunder stack. When you receive 3 of them, charge attacks will burn it, and you'll detonate, dealing electric damage. 3 seconds after hitting an enemy, an additional lightning strike will be triggered, creating one Abundance Amulet. For Dendro, Elemental Mastery is increased by 60. Additionally, when Dendro cores, including Bountiful cores and Seeds of Deceit, also fake Dendro cores basically, are created nearby on the field, or when the party obtains Verdant Dew, the Traveler will receive 1 Verdant Viridis. When you get 3 of them, charge attack, and you'll get Verdescence. So you basically get a whole bunch of extra special attacks per element. 2 Vine cores will be created on the spot, which will explode in 4 to 8 seconds respectively, dealing Dendro damage. Our max HP is increased by 20%. Additionally, when party members' current HP is increased or decreased by 5%, Traveler will receive a Blade of Many Waters stack. I mean, so they all add up, so it's not like if you just go to Electro, you don't just get like the elemental recharge, the energy recharge. You still get the defense buff, the crit rate buff, you know, the everything. It's just the actual, like, the additionally stuff is the stuff that's exclusive to, like, that element, basically. But anyway, water stack transformed to a charge attack Tidebound, increasing hydro damage. When Traveler's HP is no less than 50%, 10% of Traveler's max HP will be consumed to increase damage to attack. When HP is lower than 50%, Traveler's HP will be restored. Okay, so if you're above half, you get a damage boost. If you're below half, it will heal you when you use the special attack. Got it. And then lastly, the general attack buff by 20%. Additionally, when nearby party members trigger a Night Soul Burst... Oh, so basically, when you're in Natlan, Traveler will receive a Blade of Sacred Flames stack. When you get 2 of them, performing a charge attack will consume all blades and transform into an Inferno, dealing increased Night Soul aligned pyro damage. So, okay, so Foreign Starfire is kind of one that we probably should have got, you know, during Natlan, because unless we need to go back for Natlan, all of this is kind of irrelevant, because the Night Soul characters aren't, although you can still use them, they're not as good outside of Natlan. And Cryo's not out yet, because that will come out with Snezhnaya. But yeah, this is the major overhaul buff, and the fact that you have to get it in the story, I actually kind of like, because then people who start fresh still have to actually, you know, build up Lumine or Aether, depending on who you pick. And then this is kind of like your big reward for, you know, doing 5 years worth of story content. I think that's kind of like a valid, like, genuine in-game reward for, you know, getting this far in the story.
What was that?
I lifted some of the restrictions this world placed on you.
So that was trying to hold us down? You know, actually, I can believe that, considering we're a Descender. Because once again, Descenders are people that are allowed directly into Teyvat. Like, Skirk isn't a Descender, even though she also came from the moon, because she was never accepted or allowed into that. She literally just broke through the sky. Because Skirk is Skirk. But yeah, that makes sense then. If we were allowed Teyvat would have put some little, like, extra rules and restrictions on us to stop us getting too powerful.
My power. It feels like it's grown. I can use the elements more freely now. Thank you. This will be a great help.
You're welcome. I see you as family. And after everything you've done
for me, you see us as family?
In fact, no. It's not because I owe you. It's because you're worth it.
Aw, Bina. That's actually really sweet. Yeah, and it's showing her growth, because she was used to doing everything in favors. But no, she's saying that she's not doing it because we helped her, she's doing it because she just wants to. Aw, Bina. Like, I think this is what I mean. Like, I know there's going to be people that ship the two, and that's fine. But for me, it's like, no, Bina is Lumine's, like, little sister. You know? Like, for me. And, like, if, like, my ship with Bina is going to be with Sandrone. Or a Polycule, including Arlecchino as well. But those ones.
Here. This flower is for you.
Oh, and this is going to be, like, the main plot item to remember the quest by, because you always get one.
Isn't this a moon prayer blossom?
Yes. Don't worry. You will never see these flowers lose their color again.
And to be honest, I think Columbina's gonna be more sentimental and more like, yeah, you're family to me, because she lost, you know, the closest person to her. Because once again, you missed it, one man, but there was a scene where we learned that before Bina left the Fatui, Sandroni's like presence was her only safe space. As in, like, she would just invite herself into Sandrone's house, and especially like her room, like her office study or her bedroom, whichever room Sandrone was in, and just exist there. Not because, you know, like, she wanted to talk to Sandrone or pester her, but literally because Sandrone was her safe space. It was the only time that she ever felt comfortable and, like, you know, content just kind of existing, because Sandrone never asked anything of her. Even if Sandrone likes to pretend that she's always annoyed with Bina and whatnot, the truth is she was one of the only people that ever truly treated her as human. They weren't afraid of her because they didn't understand her power, like Child and Scaramouche was. And they didn't try to, you know, make use of her extreme power the way Dottore or Piero did. Sandrone just let Bina exist as she was. So Bina would often sleep in Sandrone's bed, she would attend all her tea parties, like, Sandrone, even though she'd always pretend otherwise, would always, like, bake cookies and shit for Bina. Like, Sandrone, as much as she tried to pretend otherwise, genuinely deeply cared about Bina, even before all of this. And so I know Bina is probably feeling a lot more vulnerable in general, and that's probably why she's being so, like, soft with us now, because like she is just feeling that much more vulnerable after losing someone so precious to her. Like, even ignoring shipping, those two genuinely had a soul bond that I don't think Sandrone was ever prepared to admit, but I'm willing to bet she always felt it. And the most clearest thing is that there was a point when Sandrone asked Bina, like, what do you ever actually want? Like, back when she was in the Fatui. And Bina went, well, I just want a place where I can come and go as I please, not be expected of anything, and maybe just get coffee and snacks. And Sandrone, oblivious to what she was inferring to, as she was giving Bina coffee and some snacks, went, ha, like you'll ever get that. It's like, Sandrone, you fucking idiot. Like, Bina's actually describing what she has with you. Oh, and also, whilst we're at it, and talking about Sandrone being, like, genuinely unironically hilarious at times, and, like, I miss her, now that the story's, like, been finished, they redid, Columbina's drip marketing on, like all their social media, the other day. And this, like, the paragraph that's with it is, instead of it being Columbina talking, it's Sandrone talking, responding to a question. And through the response, you can figure out who asked the question and what the question was. And it's Sandrone saying, what? Of course I don't like Columbina. What makes you think that, Rosaline? And it's like, okay, so Rosaline, you know, La Senora, died 4 years ago in the story. So even, like, nearly half a decade ago, La Senora, at least, point blank, asked Sandrone, do you like Columbina? Like, even back then, like, La Senora saw straight fucking through Sandrone. I'm 99% sure, especially after, at the start of this stream, with Arlecchino talking about, basically Sandrone's last will and testament, even if it wasn't for leaks telling us that she's going to be playable, Sandrone's coming back. Arlecchino being specifically asked, base La Senora, yeah, Sandrone being, Arlecchino being specifically asked by Sandrone before she died to keep it secret, but take basically all of her resources, her life core, and Polonia's core, which is the big mech that was with her, and take all of it over to the Research Institute in Fontaine, you know, the guys who make mechs and artificial life. And also explained that the Research Institute are expecting Arlecchino because Sandrone already made the arrangements. Even ignoring that we know that Sandrone is going to be playable because of leaks in about 4 patches' time, that is pretty cut and dry that Sandrone is going to come back. Like, she's planned this all out. Much more. Oh, yeah, I mean, I was always a little biased because, it's the same reason why I was a little biased to the captain before we really got to see him, like Capitano. It's because of the voice actors voicing other characters I deeply love. Capitano is voiced by Chris Tergliafera, who voices one of my all-time favorite Danganronpa characters, Gundam Tanaka. And so even before the Capitano, like before the Natlan arc came out, I was super into like Capitano. I was like, oh, Capitano's so fucking cool, I'm ready. And it's similar with Sandrone. Sandrone is voiced by Deneen Melody, and my favorite Dirk character is Rotten or Roddy, who's also voiced by Deneen Melody. So my bias was built up. But yeah, I love Sandrone, and I love what they've done with her in Nodcry. Like, she was the one I wasn't expecting to come out loving as much. Like, I knew, like, I'd probably enjoy Bina. You know, there'd probably be some characters throughout town that I would really like, etc., etc. But no, Sandrone really came in clutch, and I was like, actually, no, Sandrone's wonderful. Like, I kind of found her funny in 6.0 or Luna 1, but as early as 6.1 or Luna 2, I really started to realize what was going on with Sandrone, and how she's, like... Basically, she builds up this extremely spiky, thorny wall around her to mask a lot of her genuine depression and sadness, because she genuinely was heartbroken at Les Signora's death. Capitano also used to attend the tea party, and in her mind, he's as good as dead as well. And then Bina leaving the Fatui, in her mind, she was just constantly losing people, and it was tearing her up, and she just would put up this wall to pretend that she isn't like that. And the moment I registered that in 6.1 and realized that was what was going on, I kind of realized how much I resonated with Sandrone and how much I kind of adore her as a character. Like, I will be, like, after this banner ends, any extra rolls I get, I'm spending on Bina to try and get as many constellations as I can. But once this banner ends, I am exclusively saving up for Sandrone. I'm not going to get Varka as much as the whole dual-wielding physical maniac that he's going to be looks interesting. If the rumors are true that we're getting Nicole, I will try and resist, but I'm planning not to roll for Nicole. I am saving all the way for Sandrone now. And if they pull a Skirk and give her, like, and a unique special character that's designed to be specifically her support, then tough shit, she's going without. Because I'm not giving it up. But also, hello, wise man. So I didn't, welcome you in, but I hope you're doing well.
I'm finally discovering the joy of giving. How I wish I'd learned this sooner.
Hey, better late than never.
And I'm also pretty sure Nodcry story's not 100% done. This story... Although we stopped Reria, and although we stopped Dottore, there are lingering remnants of what Dottore was trying to do we don't completely have all the context for, and there is lingering remnants of what Reria's ultimate goal was. Other than, you know, being kind of manipulated by Dottore to go on a rage mode when he was in Nodcry. That we don't completely have the full context of either. I think we've got enough to figure out the in-between, but I can't help but feel like there's going to be at least, like, one more quest. Or one more chapter to Nodcry as like a full epilogue at some point between now and Snezhnaya's release.
What are you thinking about now?
Why don't you take a guess? You get... one shot.
I don't think I'll get it in one guess. But I'm sure it's a happy thought.
That's kind of a sneaky answer. I can't say you got it wrong. Down into that. The moon seems so far away. I felt it might always lie beyond my reach. But on the moon, everything feels so close by. The haze that once enshrouded the skies has finally been dispersed. I feel like a traveler on a winter's night, starting a new chapter in my tale by the warmth of a bonfire. I don't have a lot of luggage, but I do have a lot of hope for the future.
Well, what's next?
Next? To start with, I want to stay here just a little longer. After that, let's return home and continue our journey.
Also, small little detail that I've just kind of, like, registered. I say detail, it's just kind of a funny coincidence. For any Edge Runner fans out there, if you're playing as Aether, Aether is voiced by Zach Aguilar, and Columbina is voiced by Emmy Lowe. If you've watched Edge Runners, this is a very starkly similar fucking situation. Because that's also the two voices of, you know, the two main characters of Edge Runners. And they also have a moment where they sit down on the moon looking back at the Earth. So that's like one of those rare things. If you're playing as Aether, you're getting a little bit of deja vu. Act 8. True Moon completed. Nod Cry, I think, is the longest story in Genshin as well.
These clothes bring back so many memories.
Yeah, hey, if you can believe it, she's gonna never be taken out of this costume. Oh, we can just stay here. Prayer Blossom from Columbine. Is that the plot item? It is. A Moon Prayer Blossom gifted to you by Columbina, exuding a fragrance both pure and ethereal, much like those you once saw in the Silver Moon Hall. It stirs the memory of a story and heralds the opening of a new chapter. This time, it will never lose its colors again. God, our journey. I'm just like thinking back. It's like, remember, like this was getting from beating Dvalin. This was stopping the big ocean monster after we beat Child. That was, oh yeah, Lesson Yora's crown. Maybe we don't let Bina see that we've got that, because she might go, wait a minute, why have you got that? We got that from when we stopped Scaramouche. We got that when we fought the big void whale. That when we got our ancient name as in Tumaini. And then that is like Realm Dispatch and the fucking Wonderland shit. What has Bina say if we talk to her more?
The journey goes on. For you. And for me. Like I said. This is not the end.
Oh, okay. Now she's doing the Archon thing where she tells you about the next region.
Ending.
A bit about Snezhnaya. What do you know about the Tsaritsa? Tell me about the Fatui. What are your future plans? Oh, we'll just go through the list. Could you tell me a little bit about Snezhnaya?
Oh. Is that your next destination? Most people would probably tell you to pack some warm clothes. But I experience things differently than most people, so I can't know how cold it is. In fact, it is home to quite a wondrous heat source. I think they call it Kreshnik's torch. Every city in Snezhnaya is built around one of those.
Oh, so it's kind of like Belobog on Eurilo 6 in HSR, where they have like these giant like mechanical heat sources, so even though you're in like a frozen city, no one's like particularly too cold.
I sensed the energy it gave off as I was passing by on a railway train. It felt...
They have trains in Snezhnaya? Hell yeah.
I also recommend the Korolievsky troupe in Snezhnograd. They
The
give
what?
performances quite regularly, and entry was free for Harbingers. I liked them a lot.
Oh god, I'm gonna have to like get good at my Slavic. The Korolevsky troop in Snezhnograd. I think Snezhnograd is like the capital of Snezhnaya. Tell us about the Tsaritsa.
Ice cold and sharp. Crystal clear in some ways, yet profoundly unfathomable in others. Like the thick layer of ice on top of a frozen lake. That's just the impression that Tsaritsa gives me. I was never able to glimpse what truly lies beneath that icy exterior. In fact, I don't think the people of Snezhnaya even know what kind of power their god wields. Maybe that's because the Tsaritsa herself has never acknowledged, nor accepted that power.
Oh, interesting. What about the Fatui? You know, that all 4 remaining Harbingers. 11 Fatui Harbingers looks inside, there's only 4 of them. Because Arlecchino is technically the new number 1, because, you know, number 3 is Bina, but she left. Number 2 is Dottore, and we killed that bitch. And number 1 is Capitano, and he's stuck on a throne fighting the Shade of Death. And then after that, it's just Rooster, Regrada, and Child. Tell me more about the Fatui.
There's Regrada, the Rooster.
Oh, and right, of course, the leader, but he's not counted as the 11. He's just just as I said, the leader of it, Piero, the jester.
Between them, they control a lot of what happens in Snezhnaya. But I can never wrap my head around how exactly power is split between them. I just know they are each responsible.
I could help with this a little bit. We don't know like the deep context, but The rooster is the mayor of Snezhnaya. The regrader is basically runs the banks, and the jester, or Pielo, runs the actual harbingers.
I noticed that the rooster and regrader often appeared to get along on the surface, while working against each other in secret. And theirs is not a friendly rivalry. But I wasn't particularly interested, so I tended to keep my distance. Now that I think about it, the term Mistelton often seemed to come up in connection with Project Stuja.
Right, Project Stuja. What about your future plans?
Once things settle down in Notcry, I'd like to explore the world beyond Snezhnaya. You've told me so many stories about the other places you've been to, and all the friends you've made there. I'm curious to visit those nations and see them for myself. It would also help me learn more about the journey that has made you into the person you are today.
That's all the questions I have for now.
Okay. As you continue on your journey, don't forget to gaze up at the moon once in a while. It is, after all, no longer an illusion. It shall cast down its true moonlight, connecting us in truth.
Return to Teyvat. Oh, there's a little warp gate there. An outfit worn by the traveler which accompanied the twin stars in the journey throughout the countless worlds. Despite this, they cannot yet... Wait, what? They cannot grasp. That doesn't read right to me. The true purpose of the cosmos. Even so, surely every question posed brings them a little closer to the final answer. Sorry, that played on my head for a minute. I was like, cannot, not, can, what? You know? Oh, Jesus Christ, we've got more voice lines. Is it all the new story stuff, perchance? Yeah, we'll get there. Yeah, Sumeru, Fontaine, Natlan. Here we go. 100 things you never knew about Varka, about the Northern Intelligence Network code names, heroes, strange technology in the Auralia. Oh, this is beautiful. I'm genuinely... I know I keep on saying it, but I'm genuinely amazed that we moon gravity! That we, stepped onto the moon before we stepped in Celestia. Even if it's just this little pocket domain. Oh, well, those booty shorts are on real fucking tight. Hey, Lumine, I can see, like, the curvature of your ass, like, kind of clearly, huh? Oh, Jesus Christ. Moon gravity do funny things, huh? Return to Teyvat. Return to Teyvat now. I'll say if economy a bit up, we should probably head back.
To Jean,
right.
acting Grand Master of the Knights of Favonius. This preamble is such a pain to write. It's probably high time we got rid of this acting business. I trust that Dern has updated you all on recent events. Hope we didn't worry you too much. The good news is, we managed to come together and put a stop to the Doctor's evil schemes. With that, I think it's safe to say that Notcry is finally out of the woods. As for the Fatui, not counting the Damselette, aka the Moon Goddess, who has left their organization, we found ourselves allied in this instance with both the Knave and Marionette. May she rest in peace. As ever, we find ourselves better off for making friends rather than enemies. But until we can ascertain the Tsaritsa's true intentions, the future remains uncertain. In a short while... Wait. How am I meant to surprise everyone if I tell them in a letter that I'm heading home? Well, that would be a huge waste. Okay, got it. I will begin sending the expeditionary team back home in waves. I'm sure they'll be able to answer any questions you still have. I hope they won't gloss over the details of my many heroic deeds. But if they do, I'm sure it'll be because they're just too exhausted from the long journey. I think of Mondstadt daily. Please give everyone my best regards. P.S. The honorary knight went above and beyond this time. Are there any other honors we can give her? I'll leave it with you. P.P.S.
Fuck's sake,
Please be
Barker.
extra nice to Klee for the foreseeable future. I cashed in on the last favor that the Hexen Circle owed us, so we need to earn some more goodwill. If there's any serious problems, feel free to stick me in solitary confinement when I get back. I'll do the time for her. Whew. And that, as they say, is all she wrote. End of an era. And with the moon shining down brighter than ever, I think everyone is going to sleep well tonight.
Wait, again, we just saw... What the fuck? What was that? Why did it show... Firstly, why did it show the quest complete thing twice? And second time, why did it fucking glitch... We're not done, are we? We're not fucking done. We're not done. That's what that was. That was a... Do you fucking fought, bitch. Okay. Huh. No. I wanted to get my reward. No, please. Oh yeah, this would have been fucking... God damn it. I said this would have been nice before. I've already built her. I will say, Nod Cry is probably my new favorite region. Which is crazy, because Fontaine set an insanely high bar. But I genuinely, there wasn't a single chapter in Nod Cry's story that wasn't genuinely really, really fucking good for me personally. And I really enjoy exploring the map. Yeah, there hasn't been as many map updates as, like, other regions. Oh, we can do more Selenic Chronicles, yay. Like, there hasn't been, like, as many map updates, because it's actually just this, and then we just got this. But no, I genuinely had a phenomenal time in Nod Cry. Like, that was a good time, yeah. Like, I genuinely think Nod Cry is such a wonderful nation, and was such a great breath of fresh air as well. Listen, I genuinely like Natlan for what it is, despite, like, some problems I had with it here and there. But what I mean by fresh air is... We had been so focused on the whole Gnosis and, you know, stopping the Saritsa storyline that we'd never really broken away from it at all. Nod Cry is the first and so far only time that we've ever broken away from that to do something else. And it felt refreshing to not be focused on the same one major objective in the background, to actually have something entirely isolated away from it focused. And it felt like it gave the writers some time to kind of, like, you know, stretch their legs a little bit and just, you know, kind of take a walk around the office and do something a bit different. I would be 110% down for them doing this more often. As in, like, instead of just going to the next major chapter in the arc, go to a new region we haven't mentioned before and exploring and expanding it and doing more with it. Because Nod Cry is phenomenal. Alright, let's go here. Because we got new Bina quests, and while I'm at it, so I will keep on top of it, where is it? I am going to chuck down my crystal fly trap here, because then I will get a notification every time, because it takes exactly 7 days, so I'll get a notification and know to come back. God, yeah, Lumine's new costume is great. It's basically just an updated version of her original, but it's so nice.
That tickles.
Bina? Oh, when her singing's happier. Yeah, her singing when she's here is a lot happier than it used to be. She used to hum it, but now she's going la la la. Oh, maybe we need to go back to our default costume? Then what's the fucking point? Come on!
Huh. That's odd.
I imagine it's just because, like, technically these can be registered in different orders and whatnot, so it might just be like a covering the base that, like, I imagine it'll be the same with the world quest. But I hope in future story quests we're in the new costume, because it's kind of silly to go back to this costume afterwards.
Yeah.
Greetings.
Another jump scare? Not cool! If you were here, you should have just said so!
I thought that since you were already so familiar with this game, I should increase the difficulty this round.
Paimon's gonna get you next time, just you wait!
Great. I look forward to it.
Why would your eye mask on, Bina?
Oh, I guess the Kuhenki must have swiped it when we were playing earlier. I don't usually need to use my eyes, so the mask makes little difference. Let them play with it if they like.
Oh! On that note, don't you want to go out more often?
You no longer need to hide from anyone, right?
Yes. I have plenty of time now. I can go where I wish, when I wish. However, I was concerned that you might worry if you came looking for me, but found that I had left without saying goodbye.
In that kind of situation, you can just leave a note.
Yeah! After all, we only need to know that you're okay.
I see. I will consider it then.
You'll only consider it?
Maybe this is just where you want to be.
Everything that has happened here, I find them to be happy memories. That said, I do have another reason for waiting for you here.
And what's that?
To give you a pleasant surprise.
Where are we going? We just entered a domain. Where are you taking me, Bina?
Wow! This must be the place you were talking about, right? Paimon wasn't there last time, so she didn't get to see it.
Wow. It truly is lovely. Look at the moon in the back. Wow.
Can Paimon fly around and check it out?
Of course. If it pleases you, I could bring you back again someday.
So, this is the pleasant surprise, then?
Oh? So this is enough to pass as a pleasant surprise in your eyes? No, the real surprise is yet to come.
There's more?
Come, let us paint.
Wait, here? But Paimon doesn't see canvas, brushes, or paints anywhere.
Oh, that's simple. The water's surface is our canvas, the moonlight our brushes, and the paths we take shall serve as the brushstrokes. With the moon's reflection to guide us, pure thought shall flow beneath our feet.
Follow the pattern and
good.
guide the paint to the
That's
pattern.
the way. Come, let us walk together a while. When the traveler advances, the moon walks by his side. Where the traveler stops, the moon too rests its feet. There, it is finished.
Well, I'm not done yet, Bina. Hang on. Oh, the Lunatar. Is that our gift? You gonna make a new Lunatar? Because we don't know the Lunatar that had been with us throughout the story was basically an extension of Columbina's soul. So then a part of her was with us the entire journey, and we never, like, realized it.
Lunatar? It's really you? You're back! In the silvery flesh! Oh, Paimon thought she'd never see you again!
The painting we drew.
We used moonlight to trace this child's form, and I poured new power and new blessings therein, causing her to be reborn. She no longer needs to bear my spirit. Her will is hers alone.
Ah! She's flying over!
Yes, I have awakened all the memories of the time you spent together.
Paimon's so glad to have you back, Luonatar. She promises to be nicer to you from now on. Paimon wasn't expecting the surprise to be this pleasant. Paimon loves it!
Paimon says that she's about to cry. Thank you, Columbina.
It wasn't much.
I do want to fight
too
Dotori
am
again
glad
before
to
we
see
wrap up
her
today's
again.
stream. Like, I've got to I'll check out the world quest, but I want to, like, proper fight Dotori, like, in weekly boss form, just so I can kind of show off the whole fight for those who missed it. She's very attached to Luonatar, but her expression is different from before. She looks like Luonatar not as a created familiar, but as a familiar friend.
Go. You must miss them, surely.
Luonatar's just
welcome to come
cute,
back
and she doesn't talk
anytime.
all the time. Hear that, Paimon? Columbina can interact with Kuhenki to decide whether she wants to wear the eye mask. Wait, can you just take it off if you're playing as her? Oh, we got a new embrace, thank you.
Now, I know how fond you are of them, but let's not cause them any trouble now, alright? Come back here to rest. Should you
Because
find
if
yourself
I can
tired
take
from
the
playing
I'm keeping
outside.
the mask off her all the time. About the eye mask.
Should I ask the Kuhenki to hold on to the eye mask for me?
Can I leave this with you? Let her be free. Also, while I'm at it, view the record. In fact, if I can get all the records, we get this, which I'll be putting on Bina. As the moonlight sails softly around her, she brings Luonatar back to the world once more. So then that'll be like every Saturday going forward, so 5 weeks from now I'll get it. Yeah, Bean doesn't have the mask on. Alright, where is... I think I know where it's gonna... Yes, it is exactly where I thought it was gonna be. The Dotori fight place. A Fatui research facility that stands upon the northern reaches of Nodcry. It conceals secrets as deep and uncharted as the structures buried far beneath its foundations. Even now, when dusk descends upon this place, memories linger of the battle that once tore the very sky asunder. Yet the moon of Nodcry has at last returned to its rightful home, and those who dwell on its sublunary sphere have found tranquility again. Oh, that's why there was nothing inside when I went around to it. It's because this barrier is not here. The heretic who sought godhood through the suffering of others finally met his twilight, brought down by those who stood together to defend their homeland. And the moon traces its path across the night sky. Its quiet light meets the resolve of those who stand here to protect their home. Together they remind us of what home truly means. Reflecting on this battle for the fate of the sublunary sphere may reveal something you haven't noticed before. I know I can't get the treasures, but I want to show off the fight for those who missed it. The craziness that is the Dotori fight. Heretic of the False Moon, El Dotori.
With the marrow of the three moons in my hand, behold the false moon's fall!
Gotcha. Busted. Laid bare.
Pathetic. That's more like it. You cannot
Do not face the doctor directly, because gazing upon him invites God's punishment. If you turn to face him, you get hit with an attack instantly. Now it's gone, then we can go again.
entropy.
Mobile Gacha game, by the way. This is a cool fucking attack. Like, he sends all these drips down, and then in a second, he rewinds time. So you have to remember where all the attacks came from to dodge them properly.
Quietly now. Transfixed.
Reverse.
Controls are reversed. Yeah, my controls are reversed, fuck! There we go. Dottore can reverse your fucking controls, because of course he can. So this fucking music. I'm gonna shut up so you guys can just hear the music.
Moon's remnant. Stalling for time. Entropy.
Busted. Gotcha. Game's up. Game's over.
Surge. Dreams converge.
Receive my blessing. Busted. Gotcha.
How
Flame.
dumb.
A moonlit night for all.
God.
Moons in my hand. Behold the false moon.
Oh shit. Get over there. This is an insta-killer, by the way, if you didn't know. But you see how like the pillars protect us are in the realms of like these shadow vortexes, so we have to take damage. You either dive into the vortexes to break them, or you have to put up with them.
Quietly now.
Lush as the moon, with one heart.
Overruled. This is where. Gotcha.
I probably won't get to show it off, but if you hit Dottore with too much damage in a single instance, he will rewind time to undo the damage. So you have to actually slowly chip him down. You can't race the fight.
Moon's remnant.
Okay, I'm diving in.
Quietly now.
Flame.
Transfixed.
So he will basically stop people who chase meta too much. People that are way too invested in what's meta and what's not sort of thing will get fucking destroyed by Dottore because he will heal off any damage you do to him. So yeah, I can't do extra challenges it, but yeah, that's the Dottore fight. And look, he tears a fucking hole open in the sky above the whole fight. That's the full sky that he literally just tore a hole, like that big of a hole through. It's a fucking fantastic fight. And in the story fight, for those who missed it, you have to clear his health bar like 5 fucking times. When you beat his health bar, he fully heals and deletes one of your characters, so you only have a team of 3. When you do it again, he does it again, so you only have a team of 2. He does it again, he does it again, so you only have yourself. And then you need to beat him again before you get the story, like, cutscene kicking in. Also, we were told, I need to go check it out. Arlecchino told us to go back to our hotel room because an item from Sandrone was left in our care, so we need to go see what that is. Before I forget, let's go do that.
Take it easy.
But yeah, the Dottore boss fight might be my new favorite boss fight. It's a fucking fantastic fight. This was our room, wasn't it? Yes. Holy shit, it's a marionette's notebook. Now that I think about it, every time I saw Sandrone, the notebook she had on her was never exactly the same, probably because she was someone who loved taking notes and often had new ideas. Though she was a machine, to you and your companion, Sandrone is entirely human. Her joys, sorrows, and emotions are not much different from yours. The notebook that the knave hands you is somewhat aged, with creases at the corners, as if it had accidentally folded and then carefully smoothed out by someone. Sandrone has a lot of stories about her recorded in it. You're not sure if the knave has read them. But judging from the expression on her face when she gave you the notebook, she seems to know Sandrone very well even without it, and is even responsible for carrying out her last wishes. I will read this. There's a lot here, but I'll read this, because it's basically her diary, the diary of a dead woman. I want to see what she thought and what was going through her mind at different points. X day, X month, Sunny. Elaine has provided me with many notebooks. I often discarded them after making a few markings. On those occasions, her expression was unreadable. Nevertheless, he supplied me with new ones. I do not understand his reasoning. I do not know why I discarded them after making markings. I do not know why he permits this behavior. He states that my emotion module is optimal. I do not comprehend. This is a new notebook. I do not wish to discard it. I have learned to record. I am beginning to record. I have learned more, and my manner of speech has become more elegant. Elegant is the new word I have learned. Elaine advised me not to push myself. I disagree. I have performed exceptionally well. We conversed this afternoon. I have drawn several conclusions. 1. Elaine created me. 2. He modelled me after memories of his deceased sister, and now he feels guilt. 3. My learning ability exceeds his expectations. Elaine Guillotin's younger sister was named Mary Ann Guillotin. She passed away long ago. Elaine finalized my creation on his 65th birthday. He stated that I am a friend, a family member. He expressed happiness about gaining a companion. Elaine has not defined our relationship. It is evident that I am not Mary Ann Guillotin. He concurred, noting that I am significantly different from his sister. He expressed a desire for me to act accordingly to my own will. When stated that I would no longer discard the notebooks, Elaine's composure wavered briefly. He likely experienced an urge to weep, but ultimately suppressed it. Elaine said I could choose a birthday if I wished. I will consider this proposal seriously. He mentioned that most people cannot choose their birth dates, but I can. I am free. I'm gonna bet she's gonna pick whenever she comes out, as a playable character, when she's rebuilt to be her birthday. Call it a hunch. Okay, Overcast. Elaine's physical condition continues to deteriorate. Doctors have visited frequently. Each time he closes the door, I am excluded from this process. I sense something unfamiliar. Later, Elaine identified the sensation as anger and sadness. He expressed satisfaction that I am learning to recognize them. However, he noted that I do not yet understand guilt. He explained that the social mechanisms behind this emotion are too complex for most animals or machines to acquire easily. I have concluded that understanding guilt is not a necessary function for me. Elaine inquired about my desires. My response was, I want you to be healthy. Also, Elaine presented a new invention to me. He has named it Pulonia. I cannot classify Pulonia as family, kin, or friend. Its architecture lacks an emotional module comparable to mine. The reason for Elaine's design's choice to create it with different specifications is unclear to me. He asserted that both Pulonia and I are unique and cannot be replicated. He clarified that I am myself, whereas Pulonia is purely a mechanical construct. Sorted through the warehouse and cleaned the room, debugged Pulonia's basic functions. Elaine has passed out. His condition is deteriorating. The doctor examined him with a grim expression. Elaine's subordinate came to visit him, bringing a brand new tea set and some expensive tea leaves. Elaine doesn't like to drink tea, nor is he used to using luxurious things, so the tea set is mine. All my potted plants are thriving. This is simple, and it seems almost too straightforward to claim any credit for myself. When conditions are right, they simply grow on their own, independent of any gardener. I see a parallel in myself. I too don't rely on anything to grow. Today I helped Elaine with Pulonia's final tests. He's been unable to walk, so I transported him there by his wheelchair. Elaine displayed little emotion. Despite Pulonia's stable performance, he wasn't satisfied. He explained that Pulonia is, in essence, merely an algorithm designed to calculate the unknown. As for what the unknown is, he himself is uncertain. Well, it wouldn't be called the unknown then. The scope of the unknown is vast, too vast to quantify. I find it difficult to process that even he lacks an answer, and that this realization causes him sorrow. I don't understand. Elaine asked, how shall we view the fate of this world? Use a detector, I responded. Elaine has entrusted me with his old notebooks. It brings me genuine joy, and I find great value in the knowledge he imparted. Lately, I've been contemplating the fate of this world. I quickly concluded that it is an inquiry without an answer. If people cannot even grasp their own destinies, how can they presume to meddle with the world's? A truly foolish notion. Elaine remarked that there is quite a few fools who would hold such ideas. I laughed and gave him a disbelieving look. Then he began to laugh as well, though I cannot comprehend what he finds amusing. I brought new bed sheets, pillowcases, and curtains. My room is now refreshingly tidy. I must say that was a clever decision. I've been too modest in my recent records. I'm not just smart, I'm brilliant. Alright. I am a quick learner. Even Elaine agrees. And then the depression hits. Elaine's body won't hold on much longer. He sat by the fireplace and told me some stories. He created me in the beginning to honor the memory of the years he spent with his sister. He hadn't even decided what to do with me when he first brought me into being. Later, he hoped I could travel on his behalf, to see the world and broaden my own horizons. One problem. Elaine and I are now colleagues, both tied down to long-term professional commitments. It seems true freedom to travel is for those unburdened by work. As he puts it, that dream lies in ruins now, a complete and utter failure. He mentioned that he once had another wish, but abandoned it long ago. I pressed him for details, and he admitted, with some awkwardness, that he once dreamed of saving the world when he was young. I asked if this was a wish I needed to inherit. He was taken aback and firmly told me no. He said I can do anything I like, and that he has no expectations of me. Elaine asked if there was anything I wanted to do. Well, I haven't found that yet. Parents are responsible for bringing children into the world, and children are responsible for their future. This is a social rule. I believe the final unspoken tenet of this rule is that children are also responsible for their parents' final years. Elaine's final years have reached their end. He left a will concerning his remaining possessions, a small sum of savings, Pulonia, and some notebooks. He asked me to burn the notebooks after his death to avoid theft. Honestly, given the sheer volume, Pulonia is probably the only one who could steal them. Pulonia was Elaine's final pursuit in life. It is a pity he did not live to see it produce a definitive answer. He told me not to worry about it, and that I could leave Pulonia to the Fontaine Research Institute. His only regret was that those people wouldn't know how to maintain it as well as I do. I disagree with this plan. Pulonia will remain with me. However, I am not sure what I should use it for. Today was Elaine's funeral. Heavy rain fell throughout the ceremony. As someone who was crying in the sky, annoying. Holding an umbrella in the rain is so inconvenient. Elaine was laid to rest, and everything proceeded smoothly. I was the one who stepped forward to bid him farewell, while Pulonia stayed behind to look after the house. The weather didn't clear up until midnight. I sat by the grave for a while, keeping Elaine company, with the moon in the sky keeping me company in turn. The night was very quiet. No more sounds of laboured breathing. It feels as if the only companion I have left in the world is the moon. I am leaving now. Farewell. Update log. Upgraded Plulonia's tea brewing functions. Upgraded Plulonia's meal delivery functions. Upgraded Plulonia's book search functions. Corrected a malfunction where Plulonia could not hang laundry. To the outside, I'll claim that Plulonia is my attendant. That should turn some curious stares away. I have to protect it. It's Elaine's secret and his wish. Snezhnaya is so cold, though it has nothing to do with me. I found a new job, and the pay is pretty good. My boss is a woman with an icy demeanor, and I do mean icy. As for my colleagues, they're a real mixed bag. It's already getting on my nerves. Oh, so this is when... Shit, so she's joined the Harbingers by this point. Sunny. What's the point of a sunny day in Snezhnaya? It snows just as heavily. My colleagues are so annoying. I haven't journaled in a good while. It just slipped my mind. Nothing felt particularly worth recording, and since it's something I don't feel like doing, I might as well pause on it for now. I knew it takes bit after a few blank pages. Columbina is so annoying. Ah, there she is. There she is. Sunny. Arlecchino is so annoying. I think it's very cute. Let's go back for a second. Just for a second. That she says the only companion she has now is the moon. And then the next time she talks about a person, it's the moon goddess. What on earth is Dottore thinking? I simply cannot agree with his approach. It's been a while since a new project was launched, and it's still stuck in the approval process. What is Pantalone's problem with the financial approvals? Why is he so ridiculously stingent? It's not like it's his personal money, it belongs to the Fatui. Totore's project was approved 10 times faster than mine? Ugh. He and Pantalone should do me a favor and disappear from my sight. A meeting with Her Majesty the Sarita. Duration 2 hours, 15 minutes. Rosaline brought me a new tea set, claiming it was from Mondstadt, and a bottle of wine. That's odd. Didn't she say she couldn't be bothered to go to Mondstadt? Yeah, because this is about the time that the girls started coming together, because all the girls became friends. Attended Pierlo's lecture. Not bad. The content is pretty good. Porcenella's lecture is tomorrow. A meeting with Capitano, Arlecchino, and Rosalind. Duration 40 minutes. So the tea set was purchased by mail, which that explains everything. Rosalind's new high heels are so loud. They're noisy, but I do like the gift she gave me. I suppose I can cut her some slack. So yeah, that's the whole, like, the building of the tea party, because Capitano was in on the tea party as well, which is so cute. Heavy Snow. Columbina's preference for tea is quite ordinary. Not as refined as Arlecchino's, perhaps it's just like her. Do special people like ordinary tea, or ordinary people special tea? It's been 2 weeks since we lost contact with Tartaglia on his mission. Tartaglia returned with a few scratches. Also, it looks like Columbina and Totore are on the outs. I didn't ask further, it's only a matter of time anyway. Arlecchino and Columbina came over for tea and picked Rosaline up on the way. It was a good day. Aww. So at this point, like, she's accustomed to the girls. She's accustomed to Arlie, Bina, and Rosaline, which means I already know tragedy's gonna follow. I should keep some cookies on hand for next time. There it is! Rosaline is dead. Oof. Yeah, just as she was starting to get happy and content and comfortable with the girls, then the Inazuma arc happened. So at least we have a timestamp for when these diary entries were made. Next few texts are a few blank pages, mostly relative to the Narzusenkreuz Ordo. But so truce that prolonged study leaves one busy. Mix on a few offhand comments. It's like Sandrone's recent jottings. Heavy snow. Oh, okay, so now we're at the very end of the Natlon arc. Capitano chose to stay in Natlon. Shame. Columbina hasn't been faring well since she resigned. Serves her right. I did warn her to think carefully before making such decisions, but she wouldn't listen. Oh, okay. There's some in between the lines you can read from that. That means at some point before Columbina left the Harbingers, she confided in Sandrone. If Sandrone in turn warned her to think about it more. The materials Arlecchino provided were extensive. I owe her my thanks. Important. Send gifts to the House of the Half, one for every child. A new project. I have to collaborate with the Torre. Ugh, I can't help but feel some resentment towards Her Majesty for this. But Her Majesty's plan, it must succeed. Gods, Columbina, can you stop being so annoying? Plulonia's situation is stable. Optimizing algorithmic logic, expecting several hours of downtime. A meeting with Arlecchino, duration 20 minutes. Tea break with Arlecchino, duration an hour. Scattered among vast volumes of data a few terms. Calculations, orphans. The probability of Columbina being alive is definitely higher than any other outcome. Absolutely. Also, today is Elaine's birthday. I do hope the traveler's safe. It would be a great hassle otherwise. Almost there. Inconceivable. Hat Guy's core is from Irminsul. Performance is stable. It seems to know us pretty well, or maybe it's just a sociable sort. Core assembly completed. System check and deployed for combat. Recording the key points of this technique. By using Luanatar's, a fragment of Columbina's soul, connection with a variable in this world, a descender, we aim to effect the retrieval of Columbina's complete soul from inside the moon's reflection. The survival of the traveler is a necessary condition for success. So yeah, she wrote in words she was always going to put her life on the line for us. That's why she got. Update log. Upgraded Plulonia's core function to the world formula. Upgraded Plulonia's search and retrieval functions. Implemented a new self-preservation mechanism for Plulonia. Combat shifted priority from protecting me to protecting Plulonia. Installed a false core and data destructive function. All log data will be cleared if the damage level falls below a critical threshold. Iterated on my self-preservation mechanisms. That was honestly a good read. We got to learn a lot about Elaine and how Columbina kind of learnt to be who she was. Her journey that eventually required her leaving home and eventually led to her Snezhnaya and falling under the Harbingers. her bonding with the girls and even Capitano, because like for those who don't know, Capitano was in the, like I said, in all the tea parties. So he was a friend of the group as well. He was one of the girlies. He was one of the girlies. He would go on the tea parties with them. And then eventually, like him, like her slowly but surely losing people, and how dedicated her genuine care was. I'm glad we came back for that. Oh, and can we just read this whenever? Is that just like in our key items? Yeah, it's there. So we can just read that whenever. Okay.
Take it easy.
And then back to happiness. Yay! Alright, but if there is more Nordkreis story, as in, like, because I think there's going to be, the way that fucking, like, it showed the end screen twice, and on the second time it glitched out, I'm pretty sure there's going to be more. The cast is going to shrink down a little bit, which is fine. We had a lot of fucking people with us in, like, this story. Like, it got kind of busy, but Arlecchino is gone back to, going to Fontaine. So we might see her again if and when Sandrone's rebuilt, because she might come back with Sandrone, but we'll have to see. Scaramouche, or, you know, Hat Guy, he's gone back to Sumeru to talk to, Nahida and basically continue his studies. Now he has better understanding of everything. Varka is going back to Mondstadt, so we'll see more of Varka soon enough, but not yet. Albedo and Durin are staying here for now, so we'll see more of those two. And then obviously the Mondstadt cast, so Lauma and her girlfriend, but not Nefa. Yehoda, the fucking underdog, funniest 4-star character in the game. Obviously, like, even though Columbina says she'll consider going traveling, they will keep Bina relevant one way or another for at least the rest of the 6-point series. And she'll probably actually go quote-unquote traveling properly afterwards. Also, yes, I wanted to just double check. So yeah, her veil is gone. So yeah, I can have Bina without her veil. Which I will keep her without her veil, because like it's her new path. It's like her finding her freedom. And she looks so cute anyway.
The moon is more beautiful than I could have imagined. Blue Kuvaki flowing like an endless ocean. Magnificent jellyfish drifting across the sea. Pink frostfin whales coming from places unknown. I wish I could take a stroll in Nausea Town like a normal person. But I keep getting recognized. Is it my outfit?
I mean, Bina. Bina, I think there's 1,000,001 ways that you can be recognized.
Do normal people not do that?
Vegetables paired with fragrant bread. Oh, it's supposed to be over plain. Fire water, other strong spirits. There's a lot of drinks like that. I was there for a long time, but I never got used to them. The world starts to spin if you feel like your inside is on fire. But wants it. Okay, so she doesn't like alcohol. That's kind of cute. She doesn't like alcohol at all. Well, your birthday's on the same day every year? Wow, that's easy to remember. Time each year. It's going to estimate my birthday by sensing the moon. Also, I like this. If you give Bina a bad gift, she says, wow, every time Sandrone was mad at me, she'd give me like something like this too.
Oh.
Anytime Sandrone's annoyed at her, she would just give her shit.
She'd give me things like this too.
But all the rest, we have to get closer with her. So, her home, she'll probably talk about Tavat. Traveling. Trilunar Convergence, beat the new quest, that makes sense. Lauma, you have to do enough to be introduced. Nicole, do the True Moon quest. Nervalette. Interesting. She talks about fucking Nervalette. Alright. The Seven, that makes sense, because she's technically like the stepsister of the Seven, because she's basically treated as the Archon here. Saritza, Piero, Capitano, Dottore, Ali, the Mayor. 2 for Sandrone. Gee, I wonder why she has 2 voice lines for like her favorite person. Oh, okay. That one's beat the quest. It's going to be talking about Sandrone in a general sense. It's going to be talking about Sandrone post-death. Regreda, the banker, Rosaline, Tartag, and then all the more about Bina. you get through friendship, which I haven't done yet, because I don't grind out the friendship, I just let that build up naturally. But anyone for curious, because now I have built her, this is the set I settled on with her. This is my off piece. And I got her to C3. I was really hoping with 500 rolls I'd get a bit more than this, but beggars can't be choosers. What would be just my luck is that Bina will get her rerun when I will try and get her C6, like in the same banner as Sandrone or some shit. Like, I bet now that's what's gonna happen, and I'm just gonna like... I'm gonna end up having to keep her like this for like another like cycle. And her talents I literally can't work on because I need it to reach Monday so I can go beat up the Torre again. What avatar did I get? Oh, Lumine's new costume. That makes sense. You can see it so clearly from the icon, the improvements to her hair. Like, there's actual shading and detail on her hair in the new costume. Oh no, wait, let me get this achievement. The only other thing I want to check before I go, because we'll do a bit of the world quests, so I've got time. I want to see if I go back to the statue, can I go back up to the moon, or is it literally like a one and done and we can't go back? This is seeming like it's a one and done.
Yep.
Yeah, okay. That's fine. I want to... Thank you for the flower. Oh, well, that's fine. I kind of gathered. Unless... No, damn. Can you imagine if it's like here? It's like, oh yeah, Frost Moon. So I want to see, will I get like Bina sneaking up behind me or dozing off in places again like we used to? Because I miss that. I used to come visit Bina almost every day, like as part of my cycle, just to like get the little moments.
Anyway, let's
yeah, just to get like the little
story
scenes
here.
of her. So yeah, we can get our little scenes again.
Don't be sad. It's just as the book says. The Little Witch's adventures would continue. I'll read you all a new story next time. How does that sound?
Aww. Oh, I can't bother her. Okay. Da, 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 da. Right, that world quest I've been talking about. Oh, so that's the event. I'm not going to worry about that. For those who haven't seen it, there's a giant fucking eyeball up here. In fact, before I start it, I'll just quickly show it for those who missed it. Never mind. Never mind. Oh, it's you two. And also, we're back in our default costume. I get it, because we could have done this world quest at any time. I hope in future quests we're in the new costume, because I'd rather that be the new default, but it is what it is. What a quinkadink. Didn't think I'd run into you here again. Hold on, what are you doing here? This is the front line against the Wild Hunt on Kipamaki Cliff. You shouldn't be here. This is exactly where I should be. Yeah, we're here to help too. I know you're not half bad, but this is different. A battlefield is no place for kids like you. Something the matter, Ann Leifer. Captain, I was just saying these adventurer kids, they shouldn't come somewhere this dangerous. No need to come over. Don't need to get any ideas of counterexample. Our captain may be young, but he's one of the strongest among us. So don't use him as your baseline, you hear? Emmy, Paimon. So it was you. Perfect timing. We were just waiting for you. Also, if you don't know who this is, Itloa, he is a new 4-star unit who's coming in the second half of this update. Captain? What's that supposed to mean? They are the temporary recruits I mentioned earlier. They are the ones? I mean, I know what she's capable of. I guess heroes really are made young. Alright, if you say so, Captain, I'll trust your judgment. Emmy, Paimon, welcome to the team. We just wrapped up the prep work, so the strategy meeting's next. You should join us. Before we begin, let me do the introductions. Emmy and Paimon are the adventurers I mentioned earlier, the ones who helped retrieve the silver lampwick. They will be joining our team for the coming operation. We're adventurers, but we've got a lot of experience fighting the Abyss, so we won't slow you down. Delighted to make your acquaintance. I'm Anleifer. I suppose we can skip the nice to meet you, seeing how we've crossed paths before. Looking forward to fighting alongside you. I'm Rollin. Thanks again for the save last time. Rest assured... So I'm just checking something super quick. Rest assured, I've done ample prep since then. I won't be repeating my mistakes so easily. Just call me, Bjorn? Jesus Christ. Hey, you guys are going to have a great time come September when Snezhnaya drops. You all are going to get to have so much fun watching me try my damnedest to pronounce every single Slavic name that comes my way. Or Russian. Or both. Like, I gotta get used to saying Anastasia, Fledovnova, Snezhnaya when referring to the Tsaritsa, because that's her name. Do you know how hard that is? Like, try saying that 5 times fast. Anastasia, Fledovnova, Snezhnaya. We can save the rest of the chit-chat for a victory feast. For now, let us get to the point. The object is clear. Our squad is to seize the clifftop camp ahead of the enemy and establish a forward line to hold back the wild hunt. The position is the lifeline of the entire operation. If we lose it, every plan that comes after will be as good as scrapped. To prevent that, we'll use the Silver Lampwick's power to restore the barrier on the cliff. That will clear out the abyssal whispers and keep the main focus route open, or the main forces route open. The mechanism that powers the barrier are all ancient ruined relics, and we don't fully understand how they work. But Emmy and Paimon are experienced adventurers. With the 2 of them handling this key step, the whole operation should go smoothly. Leave the mechanisms to us. Solving puzzles like these is Emmy's specialty. You should have seen what she was like in Sumeru. She spent so long solving puzzles. She even had to find something called the internet to help her solve a few of them. It was so crazy. Paimon, shut up. I guess what people meant by the right person for the right job. I came across plenty of devices like this when I worked as a treasure hunter, but I never figured out how any of them worked. My wife was always the one who always understood that stuff. You used to be a treasure hunter, Anleifer? Now you mention it, the vibe does kind of fit. Hey, now, none of that, alright? I've been a member of the Lightkeepers for 3 years. I'm an upstanding ratnik nowadays. What, do you think I'm not qualified or something? Sorry, that's not what Paimon meant. Alright, Anleifer, that's enough. Stop scaring her on purpose. Oh, come on, Rollin. Why'd you call me out like that? Everyone's so tense. I was just trying to lighten the mood. By scaring her? Listen to Rollin, Anleifer. When you get serious, you look fierce enough to scare off even the Wild Hunt. No longer she took you seriously. Well, when you put it that way. Alright, sorry about that. We're teammates now, so I really shouldn't try to spook you. Oh, exactly. Come on. If you scare Paimon so bad she can't carry out the mission, what happens then? Emmy still needs her as a guide, you know, do we? Right, and we're up against an unpredictable, formidable foe this time. We need to stay alert. We can't let our gun off everyone. You know, I'm gonna like bully Paimon a little less than I usually do. She was genuinely like fucked up about us going missing. Fucking hell. Like, she was so miserable and so upset and stressed when we were taken by Dottore. It's like, no, I should be nice. She genuinely, like, cares. Speaking of the enemy, there's some information Emmy and Paimon need to know as well. The Wild Hunt on the cliff may have abilities different from those elsewhere. 3 years ago, we paid for that difference in blood. That day, dusk had settled in by the time we finished our investigation, so we set up camp on the cliff for the night. In the middle of the night, I was awakened by the sound of battle, only to find the area shrouded in a strange mist. From within that mist came faint broken whispers. The voices sounded familiar somehow, though I couldn't recall where I'd heard them before. But I had no time to think about any of that. When I pushed deeper into the mist and finally saw who was fighting, I realized it was our detached members tearing each other apart. What? How is that possible? What was the Wild Hunt doing? Exactly. We received reports of Wild Hunt anomalies that corrupt the mind across various areas. And it is likely that it all began here. We lost far too many that night. Captain Ollison kept himself together through sheer willpower. but with just the two of us, there was nothing we could do. After that, as the main force of the wild hunt pushed in, the captains ordered me to retreat and bring the unconscious, badly injured Ivar back for help. He chose to stay behind and cover our escape. I rushed back to the city as fast as I could and reported everything to the old man, but it was too late. By the time we returned to Kipumaki Cliff, even Captain Olsen had. As for the wild hunt, it spilled forth and spread out beneath the cliffs. Before we could clear out the monsters, many innocent civilians had already fallen victim to them. My fellow treasure hunters, my wife, I lost them all in that incident. Ooh, tough luck, dude. It happened so fast we couldn't even put up a real fight. Just as I thought we were done, a squad of lightkeepers arrived. I fought alongside them, pushed the wild hunt back, so they damn near dropped dead from exhaustion. But the lives that were taken could never be brought back. I was on a different assignment that day. I received the emergency order and rushed to the Kipumaki Cliff area to help. What I saw was too much to bear. We fought endlessly day and night, but monsters poured out from the bottomless lair without end. I don't even know when it all finally stopped. I only remember fighting until I had nothing left. And when I opened my eyes again, I was already back in Pyramida. At least you fought, and even if you lost, you were warriors who stood your ground. But me, I was pulled from Captain Olsen's squad at the last minute because I suddenly got sick. Vade took my place, and because of that, if I'd been the one who was there that day. There is no ifs in the past beyond. What matters is what we do now. Right. We rebuilt the camp after the incident, and we held the line for 3 years, because the conditions of a counterattack were not yet in place. I know you've all endured this for a long time. I am much the same. But now the day we have waited has finally come. Good news has arrived from Pyramida. The time is right. Tomorrow we launch our counter. Steady yourselves before we march, or those creatures will slip into your forts and twist them against you. Remember this. We fight not only for the comrades we've lost, but for the innocent civilians whose lives were taken. We fight to protect those who are still alive today, and to give those yet to be born a chance to live in a better world. That concludes the meeting. Rest while you can. Tomorrow I will bring a brutal fight, and we will need every ounce of strength you have. Yes, sir. Dara Daljod? Christ. Alright, sorry, to quickly show it. Yeah, that's the spooky eye, the giant eye we were talking about. Can I take just... I was just a wasted greatsword. Oh, I do have a roll I can use at some point. I still need to get more of the seals. Oh, I also need to like clean up the lunar color, so I haven't got all of them yet. I haven't really been looking. I'm pretty sure we're not going to be able to max out the statue in this patch, so there's at least one more Nodcry map expansion to come. Which, if I had to hazard a guess, looking at how like it kind of cuts off here, it's going to be like this chunk, I think. Because when we first were teased in Nodcry, we were shown 5 islands. So 1, 2, 3, 4, so 5 over here, presumably. I mean, 5 proper islands. These little slight, like, rocks poking out the water don't really count. And then I'm counting the Final Night Cemetery as part of this island as well. But, although we don't know exactly where, our next map expansion is Dorman Port. So we're finally getting a Mondstadt expansion. Which I'm going to assume is going to be north. It's going to be, like, up here somewhere. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if it's, like, around this space, maybe. God knows when we're going to get, like, the last island in Inazuma. God knows when they're going to, like, fill in this tiny gap. So it's not such a pinch point to Natlan. As far as I'm aware, Natlan is basically done. There's a small chunk of land here, but that's just more connecting to, like, Sumeru. But in terms of, like, actual Natlan's map, I haven't heard anything that is, like, something missing. Fontaine was still mounting from Mount Eos. Which is like this chunk. God knows when Mount Eos will come out, but we're still waiting for Mount Eos. So Nodcry's at least got one more expansion. But it's hard to say how much more we should expect beyond that. Just because we had no knowledge of Nodcry, or very little knowledge, I should say, of Nodcry before, like, you know, this series of updates. Alright, let's rest with the group. A long sequence of battles and events ahead, and you won't be able to co-op mode or enable focus experience. For these actions, you need to exit the cliff area. Do you want to continue this quest? Oh. Oh, okay. I don't know how long that's going to be. Okay, I won't do that then. I will probably do the world quest in my spare time then. I said I was going to at least poke around with it, but if it's going to be like super locked in, I don't know how long that's going to be, and I've only got, what, 50 minutes to play with? So I'm probably going to instead spend the rest of it exploring and yapping. If I'm being real. Because there's plenty for me to clean up still and pick up. And clean as it is, another thing there. So we'll kind of just, but yeah, like to kind of like, this we're just going to kind of like on the downturn and just going to explore and chat for a bit. This, I know recency bias is a thing, so we'll see how I feel like as time goes on. But at least right now, this is my favorite story in Genshin now. I genuinely had a phenomenal time from start to finish with Nodcry. There isn't a single chapter that I think is less than a 9 out of 10.
A moonlit night for all.
For the everlasting force. Busted. Gotcha.
You running?
Wayne.
Also, I don't know what it is with Nodcry, but Nodcry has this obsession of buy one get one free with the chests. You solve anything that gets you a chest, they just drop another one next to it. You're like, what are we doing?
Easy money.
Don't get me wrong, I appreciate it. It's more primo gems, but still. Oh, speaking of. So I got a few more, so I should test my luck, try and get another Bina. You'll know, because the entire fucking screen will be Columbina if we get her. And I'm not even exaggerating. Ah, no luck. Like, her key art... Hang on, I can bring it up. Oh, her banner art is the whole fucking screen. There is not a single pixel on this screen that is not covered by her, like, splash art. Which is hilarious, because even, like, compared to, like, Moeka. Like, Moeka took up most of the screen, but she didn't take up all of it. But no, Columbina is like, no, the whole screen is Bina. Like, Farina took up a big circle, but it wasn't the whole screen. I never got in the heater. Raiden Shogun's key art's kind of small in contrast. God, there are so many characters I never got. Apparently there's another chest over here. Oh, I picked up a new recipe. That's it! What's what, Iggy? I've come up with a new recipe.
Quietly now. Treasure. One way to draw your target out of hiding.
Oh shit! I just beat up that poor animal. I was just trying to... I need to, like, get a light crystal. So I can, like, restore this guy, because that's, Is that it? Yes, there we go. There you go, buddy. Not sure what I can use you for, but at least you're better. Oh, I know what we're using you for. Come with me! I want you to headbutt this rock specifically. Go. Thank you, gamer. Oh, Lunota. Oh, Kuvaki. Oh, is this going to get me the Lunar colors, perchance? We're going away from it, so no. Oh, no, I can see it. It's... Yeah, we'll get that. But yeah, these are the best wings, like, that fit the color I could get until we get, like, the actual Nodcry wings. Gotcha. Also, if anyone hasn't seen it, she just kind of floats down. Like, she doesn't have, like, a normal falling animation. She just kind of descends. Like, they really went all in on just giving Bina a bunch of unique animations. Like, she's a moon goddess, so she has permanent moon gravity. Which is why she kind of has, like, a float step when she moves instead, because she has permanent moon gravity. Oh, there's a bunch of chests down in the ports. Let's get these.
You keep them. I no longer need offerings.
I keep on just playing as Columbina, even though my fastest way to move is still Yelan, just because I kind of like the animation. Also, if you jump, she does a little spin. If you sprint jump, she does a little twirl. She's gonna drown instantly. Sorry, no, Bina, I'm sorry. She had like no stamina and I just jumped into the water. Oops.
They call this a pleasant surprise, right?
Is that... Oh, yeah, there's a... I can show this. There's this, like, weird, slightly horror vibe stealth mission world quest you do, where you go on a lift, it takes you to a floor, you have to go sneak through these tunnels, you can't bring your weapons, and you're just Lumine. You have to sneak around enemies to, like, find key cards to advance forward, go through the section, then you do the same down here, and then eventually you get up to this last section here. It's like, it was surprisingly, like, weirdly, like, spooky. It was a nice little, like, side quest, but it was, like, weirdly, like, also, I don't know how else to put it other than, like, just a little spooky. It was just kind of like, what are we doing here? Like, I know I've got, like, it on my mind, because, you know, I've just done the reviews on them, but it almost gave me, like, weirdly FNAF vibes, because, like, there's a big machine in the middle that you keep going back to, and you have to correct and adjust the different levels to adjust where everything is so you can get around the machines. And I know FNAF's not the fucking proprietor of, you know, solving puzzles to avoid monsters, but it's just it's been on my mind recently. Oh, we need to connect a network with this. Oh, hey.
Gotcha.
And also, yes, the team composition I've got now is my new main team. So, the Raiden Shogun has retired. I know, it's tragic. How far can I push this? I say retired, I'm still How did you bounce that fucking far? I say retired, I'm still going to use her in Spiral Abyss, because... How far can I push this? Because she's really good. It's just Bina serves the same role and is better because she has constant damage with the giant veil thing that she can spawn. Alright, over here next. When we get to, what was the map completion? 87. When we get to 90%, we can get the last upgrade, which tells you where absolutely everything in this chunk of the map is. I'll explore this. Because if I get to 90%, I can also...
They call this a...
go back here and finish Nicole's little thing for those who miss our goofiest angel.
surprise, right?
It's genuinely, I fear it's going to be hard to not roll for Nicole because I'm saving for Sandrone, but we'll have to see. I'm going to have to, like, really, like, swallow... Like swallow that desire and kind of, like, hold it in because I'm committed.
You keep them. I no longer need offerings.
I'm also curious what resources she was going to use. Because we all thought that, you know, the moon goddess was going to use the moon pearls for a resource, and no, she used lily flowers in the new area, because fuck you.
Quietly now. Busted.
She even makes a joke about it if you invite her into your... Oh shit. Into like your custom house. She makes a joke and says, "Oh, I see you've been like raiding the moon pearls for the past few months."
Treasure. One way to draw your target out of hiding.
But yeah, if you're wondering like what my plan is, assuming I can, if Sandrone is Hydro, she will probably replace Yelan. But if she's either Geo, Electro, or Dendro, which is what I think she's more likely to be, because then it will suit the lunar reactions, she will be replacing Lauma. Because Lauma was only a temporary filling anyway. Because I needed someone who... what do I want to say? I needed someone who would fill and like cover the like lunar reactions for the area. And to be fair, I could swap her off now and finally put Eula back on the team, but that's fine for now. What are we doing here? Why does he want us to save those guys? Well, other than unlocking this chest, it's like, oh, there's one over there as well. Okay. This will bring you over to the chest. Okay, I was right. It was bring them all over to the chest. And you see, this is what I mean. There was one treasure chest there, and then it's like, oh yeah, fucking buy one, get two free in this instance. It's some extra fucking treasure chest. It's nice. It's just, it's funny that this game, like, that Nordcry keeps doing this. Like, Nordcry's whole gimmick is like, ah, you never just get one treasure chest. It's like, okay, thanks. 91%. Okay, we'll clean out these extra chests, and then we'll go see Nicole. Oh, I think I wandered to this at the first stream and didn't figure it out. Oh, is it going to be power up all the flowers? Hang on. It is. We need to find a way to power up all the flowers, because there's some over there as well. Right, you go over there, and I'll see what I can find. Up you get. Oh, hey.
Treasure. One way to draw your target out of hiding.
Oh, hey, this will just fucking load it in. Is that buy one get one free?
Treasure. One way to draw your target out of hiding. Take it easy.
Oh, this is above the witch's domain. I mean, I guess while we're here. Start sculpting. What do you want us to make this time? Oh, Christ. Alright, we'll get rid of the zeros. Okay, this takes... some of the work off. Oh, so there's only 2 on that block, but we can see there's 4. Only 3, it's 4. So you have to start working it backwards. So you can see there's only 2 that way, but there's only 1 that way. So that one has to go. And it's 2, yep. There's only 1 and there's only 2. 2 and 1, that's fine.
Looks like we made a mistake here. Reset and try again.
Four, 4, 4, 1, 2, 3, 3, 3. Is it? Oh, is it all this background needs to go? 3, 2, 3. So.
Looks like we
Fuck.
made a mistake here. Reset and try again.
Alright, we got it. Oh. The sculpture has been placed in the appropriate location. Alright, let's go make Nicole happy. Hey, everyone's angel wife who yaps too much.
My oh my. The final product has exceeded all my expectations. If anyone actually does stumble in here by mistake, I'm sure they will be truly awe-inspired by this mage's might.
If someone really does end up here by accident, will you guide them, fulfill their wishes?
Well, that all depends on the sort of person they are. Guidance can encourage complacency and entitlement if you're not careful. If someone is eager to rely on their own abilities like you do, then I'll gladly help them. But if they're the type of person who pins all their hopes on the mage's power while doing none of the work themselves...
Would you really turn them into a statue?
No, nothing like that. But I would guide them out of this place to the nearby Curatorium of Secrets. I'm sure Nefer would know how to deal with them much better than I do. Those who
Nearby,
seek to reap
there's
without
a
sowing
good chunk of
ought to
water
pay the
between
price.
here and the Curatorium.
Don't
The fuck do you
think?
mean nearby? What's on your mind?
The past. As everyone knows. Well, actually, hardly anyone knows. Anyway, when the angels were destroyed, they had to sacrifice either their preferred form or their power. I chose to keep both. But from another point of view, you could say I lost both. I remain human enough in appearance, but I will always be fundamentally different. For instance, what human could exist for thousands of years without going at least a little mad? Not to mention dying. Meanwhile, I've lived so long that I can't help but miss the way things used to be once in a while.
You mean you miss being an angel?
Not exactly. I led a pretty boring life back then, especially compared to now. But I did have a lot of friends around. It was a lively time. If I had to pinpoint what I'm nostalgic for, it's not any one friend in particular, nor is it the time I spent as an angel. Rather, I simply miss the race of angels as a whole.
God, always so beautiful, Nicole. Alright. Which is actually a magical moment. Oh, do I have another fucking shrine key yet? Because there's still one shrine I haven't got. Not that I can even remember where it is. I want to say it's like down here somewhere. Because we got the one that was there, and we got the one that's like over here. There's just one more I'm missing, but I'm not sure where it is off the top of my head. And I don't think I have enough reward percentage in this map. What do I have? 60%. Oh, 60 exact. Hang on a minute. Where's the faction, like, interaction? Oh, it's the fucking thing. Okay. Oh, no, we need 70%. Oh, there is no, key from this one, because we got a key from the other two. Alright, then the last key must be from the statue, then. Which I think we're still a few off, I had to check. Yes, we're still a few off. And then we can get the a Borderlands Shrine of Depths key. But I'll leave it there, because I'm just kind of like wasting time and meandering now, just doing little things. But yeah, I'll call it there. But I genuinely love Nodcry, and it's kind of like a shame that we're done, like with the main story. Obviously, like, there's still going to be, you know, the second weekly boss of the update, assuming they don't pull another Natlun and have it just not happen. There's still going to be, like, other things to worry about and do, but as a whole, I've genuinely loved my time at Nodcry. It reminds me of when I first went through Fontaine and how much I really loved Fontaine. Like, the magic of this game is always here. And the way, like, the team of just, like, the writing team and everything in between have just grown and grown and grown just is so wonderful that it just makes me so happy and always so excited for the next story. Like, I can't wait for Snezhnaya to see what they do there. It'll be really funny. Oh, shit. Oh, this is for all the a world quest we did. It'll be really funny when I rock up with, like, mostly, like, Harbingers. Because I shot with Arlecchino, Sandrone, potentially, and Bina, even though Bina's not a Harbinger anymore. It's like, hey, this is my squad. Welcome home. And after Sandrone, I will probably start sailing for the Saritsa herself, because I'm going to assume, like every other Archon, she will be eventually playable. But that'll be then, before we get Goddess mode Bronya. But until then, thank you all so much for watching. Sorry that the streams have been a little shorter. I've just been super busy the past few, and we got the rest of the story stuff done a bit quicker than I thought we was gonna, but it is what it is. But touch wood, that will clean up soon, and we'll have more spare time again to, like, just do longer streams again. But until then, thank you all so much for watching. Remember to like and subscribe if you haven't already. It genuinely helps the channel grow. Additionally, you can find my Patreon and BlueSky in the description of every single video. Till then, though, you guys take care now. Peace.